Well, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's had a great day, great morning, great evening. Do a little sound check this morning. Let me know how everything sounds, looks, all that. I'm not walking around the town, so hopefully the picture quality will be stable on this live stream. But anyway, give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me okay this morning. I'll wait. Okay, there we go. Thanks. So, a lot of stuff happening here in Thailand in the next up and coming weeks, I think, as far as travel to Thailand. They are having a pretty big meeting on the 17th, this Saturday. I think that's Saturday. Let me look at my calendar here. Friday. We probably won't get the news till Saturday. But yeah, they're talking about a lot of things, and maybe it won't happen right then, but I think we'll get an idea of what's going to happen here in the near future. But I just saw a report. Well, some of the things that they're talking about obviously is the masks and ending the Thai pass and the COVID becoming endemic and stuff like that. But I just somebody just sent me something here. Let me see if I can figure out how to how to share it. It's pretty interesting. Let's see here. They're talking about ending the COVID test in the United States. For some of you that are from the United States or traveling to the United States, which wasn't really that big of a deal. They had a testing facility in the airport, but the ATK test was like 550 baht. But I think it's just the added little bit of stress, like, okay, well, what if all of a sudden I get COVID, or what if the test isn't accurate, which is a good possibility, and now I have to take another test and I'm out of time type stuff. So this was just something they were talking about. Actually, they had a meeting Friday, which I don't know, it might still be Friday in America, but they had a meeting, and I think they're going to approve it. But I actually went to official the official immigration, and I haven't seen not the immigration, but the embassy. I haven't seen where they actually changed it. It's still showing that it's the same rule in effect. So I don't see that information. As of right now, this thing says it was updated June 10th still, which was Friday, yesterday, and still the same rules apply. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, that's about all the information that I can find on that. I guess we'll find out here in the next couple of days. But we have a lot of stuff going on. Right now, we've been home for a couple of weeks, actually 3 weeks to be exact, going a little crazy. I have to go into town to get my reentry permit. I didn't get. You can get a multiple entry. I know somebody said just get a multiple entry, Chuck, but the multiple you couldn't leave the country for the last 2.5 years, so there wasn't no need in getting that. But if you're going to get a multiple entry and you're going to leave the country more than 4 times, then definitely get the multiple entry. But other than that, you just pay 1,000 baht prior to leaving, and then you get a stamp. But so if you get too many stamps, of course, it fills up your passport, which it's best to just get the 1 year, so that way you only have one stamp. But also get it when you first get your renewal or your new visa, because it only lasts the duration of the visa. Hello, everybody. We got a whole lot of people here to say hello. Just hi, everyone. I'll get to some questions in just a moment. Our friends are coming. I think they're flying in on the 19th, which is in 8 days from now. But we're going to actually, me and Paige are going to leave a few days early because I can't stand being around here much longer. We've got a few things planned out here. Let's see. We are first thing we're going to do is going to drive from here to Karat. And usually I meet up with quite a few people in Karat. We'll be in Karat on, I think, the 17th. Or, yeah, the 17th. We'll be there for a couple of days. But, and I didn't know that you could stay at the Terminal 21. I didn't know that, but Paige has got us a place booked here at the Terminal 21 in the Karat Mall, and we're going to actually be staying there a couple of days. So that ought to be pretty cool. I think it's called Center Point, something like that. But we'll be staying there for a couple of days, and it looks like a pretty nice, cool place. And then after that, we are headed to Bangkok, and we are going to stay. I think it's called the Bangkok Villa. No, Suvarnabhumi Airport Villa, something like that. I don't know. I'll give you guys more details later, but we're only going to spend one night there, and then we're going to get our friends after they get a good night's sleep. They're going to actually. I got them a place booked at the Novotel. Yeah, is that it? The Novotel? No, it's not the Novotel. Yeah, I think it is in the airport. It's only my second cup of coffee, and after they get a good rest, we are headed to Hua Hin. I don't have Actually, I shouldn't say Paige is planning everything. She's actually got like three alternative routes. We're going to have to wait and see what the weather's going to do. This time of year is kind of unpredictable on either side of that, either the Andaman Sea or in the Gulf. So we're going to wait to see what the weather's going to be like, because we're either going to go down into Kotley Bay or we're going to go into Samui. It just depends on the weather. But either way, it's going to be fun. They're going to be here a couple of weeks. I'll give you guys more details on the videos of where we're going to be, and then we're headed back to America. So we've already got our plane tickets booked. Got my mother's ticket already booked, and she's coming back with us on our return flight to Thailand. And we only plan on staying a little over a couple of weeks. And I know that some of this is redundant. I talk about it quite a bit, but I figured I'd just do a live stream and a Q&A, because a lot of people ask me the same questions over and over again. So they can watch this video, or they can leave a comment in the comment box if they missed this live. But we plan on coming and staying in Bangkok. I got the law office that I always recommend. I'm going to put them to the test and get them to get my mom a 1-year visa right off the bat. So I don't know what's going to happen in the duration of the time that my mom's here. So it's going to be something crazy, something new, scary. 70 years old, starting a new life again. But it's going to be entertaining, I think. So we'll figure out where it's going to take some time. I think, to figure out where she wants to be, or maybe she just doesn't want to be here, and then we end up having to go back to the U.S. and figure out something else. But I think it'll work here. I think whatever she's doing over there, she can do here, but with a little bit better quality, I think. So we'll just see how it goes. I mean, in Texas, it's really hot. I think they're having a heat wave right now, so I don't think the temperature is going to be that much of a factor. I think the language will be a little bit of a shock. And I think, maybe the food at first, but she really is into fresh vegetables and stuff like that. So, as long as they have smoothies and, and fresh vegetables, I think she'll be fine. But we'll see. We'll see what happens coming up. It's gonna be a fun next couple of months. We're actually going to be gone, I think, from here for a couple of months, if not more than that. Because once we return back to Thailand and we get the visa, then we're going to do some exploring with her, and I want to take her fishing ultimately in Koh Chang. I think she'll really enjoy that, and depending on how everything's going, maybe end up in Koh Koot, my favorite beach spot in Thailand. So. But we're going to do some traveling around, and then once that's done, we're going to come back here and settle down for a couple more weeks like we always do. and uh, and then go again on the other side. I really think she'll like Prachuap. Uh, Maybe she'll like Jomtien. I'm not really sure, but I'm thinking in Jomtien I can get her a condo looking over the ocean. It might be easy for her, but if I take her to Prachuap, it's a lot quieter, a little bit slower pace, and it might be a I don't know. We'll see. Daz in the house. Hello, Daz. I see everybody's here. So, Ron, William, Mitch, Dime 33. Anyway, let's see. Jake's in the house. But that's what's happening. I'm excited. We've been packing. We've got a pack for 2 months, but the crazy thing is I'm really only trying to pack for like 2 weeks because I don't need to pack 2 months worth of crap. So we're gonna have two small suitcases that we're bringing, and I'm bringing a backpack, and Paige is bringing a backpack, and that's all we're gonna put on the plane. If we bring stuff back, I left some luggage back in the states. We'll bring some stuff back in one of those. I told my mom she's only allowed to bring. Which, hi mom, I love you. She's in the house. I just saw you, so I better calm down a little bit now. No, you're allowed to bring two big suitcases at 50 pounds each, one carry on, and a personal item. If you're a female, you can bring a purse and a personal item sometime. I don't know. The last time I went, they kind of caught me on that. They made me stuff a bag into a bag and said, "Oh, you can't have that." But I don't know if it was because of COVID. But I mean, I've flown back and forth quite a few times, and that was the first that ever happened. So um, we'll see. So I'm sure Mom's excited. If you're excited, let everybody know, Mom. She's still doing some packing, I think. I got two screens going at the same time. But anyway, yeah, once we it's going to be a lot of traveling and a lot of stuff happening. It's going to be a busy year. But that's really how I like it. I sat Paige down last night. I was like, "Are you okay with all of this?" And she's like, "Yeah, but you're going to have to be responsible for your mom, and you can't just put her somewhere." I'm like, "Well, I I understand that. That wasn't the deal." She goes, "Well," I said, "But there's going to be a lot of traveling, trying to figure out." She goes, "Well, what's any different than any other time?" So I'm pretty lucky. Paige is flexible, and she enjoys doing the research on trying to figure out where to go. She likes that, which is good because back in the U.S., when we traveled around in the United States before we moved here, I did all the planning, but I was driving the RV, and I needed to make sure I knew where we were going and where we were staying. So I had to pretty much do everything, or I would have went crazy. Anyway, that's about all that's going on, all of that. And I'm going to keep you guys updated on what's going on in Thailand. I always try to share that on our No Time to Be Sad Facebook page on the CCSA reports and any information that I can get about entry stuff coming in. But it's pretty easy right now in Thailand. And I will tell you this, a lot of the places that we've been staying in the last couple of years and this next trip are going to be pretty much 3 to 5 star resorts. And now that's not normally how we roll. You can go back in our other videos and see. Thank you, Village Farang. I appreciate that for the ice cream. That's what I need, right? But we're taking advantage right now of not very many tourists and low pricing on the resorts. You know, typically it's not really about the price. I typically don't like to go to some of these high end resorts when they're full of people. I just rather I feel more comfortable at the mom and pop places. But right now it's cheap. Like I imagine in the next couple of months during high season, when high season comes up in November, the prices are going to be 3 times as high, I think, coming up this year. People, once they get rid of, once they make it to where you just, you show your passport and come in, I think people are, they're dying to get back into Thailand. So, but yeah, so we're just going to keep taking advantage of the higher end resorts for as long as we can. But yeah, it's mostly because they're overcrowded with a bunch of people. I don't do well with tourists. I'll just say that. I do well with I do better with Thai people. The problem now is that I can understand mostly all the Thai, so they complain a lot. Believe it or not, they do complain quite a bit, and they're extremely picky. So I have to try to block that out too now. But it's all good. I don't know when the Chinese are coming. Maybe next year. Nikki, good to see you. Tommy J's in the house. I saw Tommy. You said you might be coming in November. I think is what you said. I'm not sure. I don't know if you and Daz are coming together. Maybe I'm making shit up now. No. Anyway, that's pretty much it. We're going to leave our vehicle at the airport. We've got a place. There's actually a couple places you could store your vehicle there. I can't remember how much. I'll have to let you know later. I think it's like 1,000 baht, like $30 a week, 1,000 baht, something like that. I don't remember. It's not that big of a deal. But hey, John, good morning. Robert, Mitch in the house. Hey, how are you? Yeah, Mitch. I hope you get to Thailand pretty soon too. Just when you get here, make sure you don't go to Pattaya and you get to travel a little bit more. Because like most people, when they get to Pattaya, they never leave. Anyway, Ron, John, good to see you. So anyway, if anybody's got any questions about what's happening here in the future, or I mean, every video somebody says, "When's your mom coming? When's your mom coming?" I know that's really all you're waiting for. You just want me to answer. You don't want to watch the video until my mom's coming. I get it. Soon, soon, she's gonna meet us. We're gonna actually be staying with our friends back in Texas. It's awesome to have good friends like that, so that you can feel comfortable with. So we're gonna fly back with them, and we'll be staying with them for the short period of time. And my mom's gonna actually meet us there. And we just got a few things to do. I'm gonna get her 90-day, actually her 60-day tourist visa at the consulate office in Houston, and then hopefully right away we can get her 1 year extension, or I should say 1 year visa. John McFairlane, have you ever been to Bali? I have not been to Bali. I'm not really sure why. I've talked to Paige about it a few times. She just always says, "Oh, it's too expensive." But I don't know. I imagine we have a lot of places on our list to go. I want to get back to Japan. I really love Japan. Jean Lecoq, I don't know what your name is. Blah blah blah. Looks like you got some tears in your eye. But we still want to get to Australia and New Zealand. Anthony, airfares from Australia are expensive right now. I hope prices come down. There's a lot of reasons why that's happening, but I think it will come down. We had to pay quite a bit. My mom's round trip was about 15, and mine and Paige's were close to 4,000 round trip. Sasha, has your mom expressed any concerns or fears about moving to Thailand? Yeah, we've done a few videos with her, and I've asked her those questions. I think her main thing always is the language. But, you got to understand that just about every expat in Thailand doesn't speak Thai, just very basic. If you find yourself in an area where there's plenty of other expats, it's easy to navigate. Like they do speak some basic English in those areas. Michael Vane, hey Chuck, what do you advise when I rent a car to travel through Thailand? I advise you not to do it. I advise you just to hire it might be cheaper actually just to hire a driver, hire a van. But renting a car is fairly easy. It's not real cheap actually. Sometimes you can find some pretty good deals. But the only thing I could advise you is to make sure you have your international driver's permit, and that's it. You don't need to buy extra insurance because it's all included. Every time we do get a car, I try to get insurance, and each company says, "Oh no, you can't. It's all included in the price." So, but well, actually, I have a lot of advice, but probably not enough time. Just don't be aggressive driver. Don't beep your horn, and remember that everybody around you is probably not road rage against you. It's just that they're in their own world. So just go around them. Ron John, Chuck, can your legal contact do international driver's license and passport renewals? I don't know. You can go to his website and ask that. You can just send him a message, but the passport thing's actually pretty easy. I think the international driver's license you're going to have to get in your home country. Actually, you can get a Thailand international driver's license, which I'm sure he could probably help you with that. But passport renewals, you have to fill out, like, I think they're still wanting you to mail it in. You'd have to go type that in Google, but there's a form that you have to print out and fill out, and you got to have two envelopes with a certain amount of money on a money order, and then they mail it off to, I think it's Manila, but I think you're going to have to do that yourself. Let's see what else we got here. Thea, good to see you, Thea. Hi, Chuck. Maybe you want to visit us here in the Philippines. We do want to go to the Philippines, just not sure. There are many vloggers here right now. Yeah, I don't really keep up with other vloggers that much, especially in the Philippines. But yeah, we'd probably want to go there to see the Philippines and not the vloggers. Wayne Brown, if I missed your comment, I apologize. A lot of times YouTube likes to skip comments. We'll just blame it on YouTube. Hi, folks. I'm a kidney transplant recipient on numerous anti-rejection medication. Is it hard to refill prescription medication? Planning a 60 to 90-day tour of Thailand. If I would think just right off the bat, if you're only coming for 60 to 90 days, you could bring enough medication, for that a period of time. But I think what you might find is they might not have the exact prescription. Maybe it's called something different. And but a lot of they have a way to get, you bring your exact prescription and they can match it up. But I don't know if I would trust that. I would probably just bring, your prescription enough with you, more than 90 days if possible, but I don't know to answer that question. If you send me an email, a list of what you're taking exactly, I can ask my pharmacist if he can get that exact prescription for you. Robert, if you have a motorcycle license in the U.S., get an international license to bring to Thailand. Yes. If you have, well, no, you're right. Yeah, you still want to get the international permit because getting the license is a really, really simple and easy with the permit. Elliot, hey Chuck, good to see you. Are you and Paige excited to get back to the States? I am sure you're excited to get some Texas barbecue. Actually, I don't know that I'm 100. I mean, we were just there for like 3 months, but I don't know if I'm really excited because really the only thing we do there is eat. It seems like, but we're going to enjoy our friends, and I'm sure we'll do a couple of other things. But yeah, I'm mostly excited about a good quality steak and some Mexican food. Uh, well, a Bucky's barbecue sandwich sounds pretty good right now. Thank you very much, Steve, for the support. John McFarlane, from where you live, Chuck, if you cross that bridge to Laos, is there much to see over there? Just curious. We've been quite a few times. I don't have very few videos over there. And I'm not saying this is how it's going to happen for you, but every time I go over there and I bring camera equipment, it's like they want to know why I have it. And a couple of times I've had to pay a fee, random fee. So I just it doesn't excite me to go over there anymore. But to answer your question, Sawanakit is a pretty good city. But for me, it's just everything over there you can find in Thailand, except a lot of the stuff is a little less expensive here because some of the stuff over there actually comes from here. But I'm just not super excited about going into Laos. So that's just me personally. So we're going to go. I'd like to go to the capital. Our airport is going to be international as soon as things get back to normal, and they're going to have direct flights into the capital of Laos and also into Vietnam. So maybe we'll do something, something like that. I think it's easier to get. I know for sure, like Vietnam, like we drove through Laos into Vietnam, and it was a, it was kind of a funny experience because they didn't expect to see an American at the border. They couldn't figure out why I'm coming in that way. But it's easier, I think, if you just go to the immigration through the airports. Waza, good to see you. Waza Oz. Chuck, what is the main things you notice when returning to the USA after being away from such a long period of time? Usually it's the attitude. Like I forget about it here. Like I'm usually just kind of walking around smiling all the time. And when you do that, it seems like when you try to be excessively friendly, people just look at you like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" I just everybody likes loves their privacy. But I tell you, the last time I went during the COVID thing, everybody was a little bit normal. Like they weren't really. Everybody just kind of kept to themselves, but everybody just seemed a little bit more quiet last time. It was okay last time, or maybe it was just me. I just didn't really care much, wasn't thinking much. Which my attitude has changed quite a bit living in Thailand for 6 years. So anyway, Daz says there are some beautiful places where'd you go? But so difficult to get to. Yeah, when we drove to Vietnam, that was a pretty fun experience. No doubt, Laos is beautiful, but a lot of mountains. But like I said, there's Thailand's beautiful too. Aksarbin, anyone that does not have a passport always asks for the extra pages unless you know you're not going to travel that much. But my last two passports I had to get early because I ran out of pages. I will tell you this much, like when you go to renew it overseas, there is no other option but the extra paged. You can't get the small one. I think the only way you can get the smaller passport is if you get it from United States, and from there you can actually pay a little bit more to get the bigger one. But there was no because I had that question. I was like, I wanted to make sure I got the thicker, the one with more pages. They said, well, you don't have an option. It only overseas, unless it's changed, but overseas you can't get a small one. Okay, Ron, appreciate you coming by. See you on the next one. Jerry said it takes maturity to get rid of the ego. I'm not really following you on that. John, have you traveled to Canada? Example, Vancouver. We drove through Canada. We planned on going to quite a few places, but we went in through, I think, Missouri. We wanted to go see the Niagara Falls, and we were going to go up in that area, but we ended up just going, staying on the border, and driving down into Niagara Falls and staying in Niagara Falls for. It had some funny times in that area, but that's back in our travel trailer videos that we have on our channel. Before we moved to Thailand. Thank you, Ron. But man, it is super hot right now. It's rainy, about rainy season where we're at. It's been raining pretty much every day. Mitch, where in BKK will you be staying? That would need to be established before a distance to soil. Oh, you're talking to somebody else. We're going to probably be in Bangkok. Well, we'll be in Bangkok in a few days. And then when we come back, I think we're going to be in Bangkok for 3 days. I'm saying when we come back from our trip with our friends. But then when we return to Thailand, we're going to be staying in Bangkok for quite a while until my mom gets her visa stuff squared away, however long that's going to take. I'm guessing 2 to 4 days. Well, we're going to definitely be here 3 days, so I would say 3 to 5 days. Waza Oz, I'm curious, how was the adjustment for you from going from work and life to retirement while moving to a new country? That's a good question. My situation's a little bit different because I retired in 2016, and then before I wanted to come straight to Thailand, but Paige wanted to see some more of America. You know, she'd been there 34 years, and I'd been there my whole life, and I hadn't seen hardly anything in America. Who's got time for that? So we wanted to travel. So I think the idea of kind of putting our belongings in a small space and traveling from place to place, that really helped a lot. So it wasn't like I just got here and just all of a sudden I found myself like, okay, what the hell am I going to do now? And then I'm lucky, I was doing the YouTube thing when I first got here. I didn't have, but maybe a couple thousand subscribers. I know a lot of my a lot of my fans think that that's why I'm here living on YouTube money. That I couldn't exist without YouTube. Yeah, my whole life was designed around YouTube. But anyway, I'm thankful that I was able to grow the channel because now it's kind of a job a little bit and gives me a way to have multiple things to do at the same time. So if I didn't have YouTube, I probably would be okay. It doesn't really matter to me either way. I mean, we would still be traveling, and but I don't know. I'm just going to stay doing the YouTube. I'm not even really going to think about it. So I don't know if we're going to stay in Thailand or not. That we don't really have a solid plan, which is good about being flexible. We can just do whatever we need to do. Mitch. Okay, I see this is to me. We will be on the road this coming week. Would love to converge somewhere with you and Paige. Tuesday, Wednesday, leaving the Rayong condo. Yeah, we got to get to the condo too back there. We got to figure out a time where we can all kind of get back together at that condo. That was a pretty good time. Anyway, yeah, send me a message, and I think we're only going to spend one night in Bangkok, but we'll be in Karat, like I said, for a couple of days at the I forgot what the hell the damn place is called. But and then from there, we're going to be gathering our friends and taking them down to Hua Hin and then down south. Terminal 21. William C. Haley Jr. Does surviving does surviving during the Vietnam War count to own a car in Thailand for 2 years? That doesn't make sense to me. I, I don't think that would matter about owning a car, something, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. I'm not really sure. I don't know your question. I don't know what you're saying, I should say. John says, I've been watching your channel for a while. Thank you. Awesome stuff. I find it relaxing. One day I'll go up north. I have a friend who lives up north close to LA. Check it out myself. Can you smoke marijuana in Thailand? No. Look up the laws. Like, you can. There's a lot of things that you can do now, but you can't smoke it. So there you go. It's still illegal to smoke it. Tom says, I think Viet vet gets special privileges in Thailand, like owning property. I don't think so. I don't believe that to be true. I don't think any foreigner can actually own property. Now we have some privileges when it comes to owning businesses here in Thailand, but that's for all American citizens. But I'm not 100% sure what extra benefits Vietnam vets get in Thailand. T's in the house. How are you? You saw my little. Actually, I just shared a on my Facebook page of when I was going to school a couple of years ago on my handwriting. I always say the best thing I can do is write. I can read a lot. Most of it I don't really understand as I'm reading it, and but I can write pretty good. And speaking is okay. Thank you very much for the compliment. Tom Yum Guy, good to see you. Time traveler, I thought the law just changed. It did change, but you couldn't have any of that before. But I don't know. Everything's up and down. Look up the law. I just saw in the Thai news that they just said that you were you were not still able to smoke it. I was like, well, okay, which I thought was kind of strange. But I don't know. I'm just telling you, you can. I think the law just changed like on the 9th, yesterday. Jeff, you leaving? So edibles are legal, yes. You should go jump off a cliff. We got this roach in the house. Obviously has nothing better in his life to do. Let's see. Let me do something real quick. Roaches, roaches. I smoked and snowboarded when I was living in Seattle. I don't find that hard to believe. Mark says he likes Joe's house. Pretty cool. Yeah, the THC under, I don't know if this is correct or not, but I know it's pretty low. He said 0.2%. Papa Pepe, good to see you. William C. Haley Jr. Have a truck and VW, but had to put it in my wife's sister's name. Everything I got here is in my wife's name. It's just easier. I don't have to deal with anything pretty much. Yeah, John, my goal when I got here was to learn to speak Thai, but it didn't happen like I thought it would. Really, the YouTube has kind of slowed me down because I all my videos are in English. I'm thinking in English. I'm talking to people in English. But if I wasn't doing the YouTube, I think that I would be a lot better than I am right now. Carl F., good to see you. What would be your advice to a relatively young retiree in Thailand in regards to where to live and how to navigate relationships with Thai ladies? That's just my first suggestion on where to live is like just travel around. You may want to go up north to Chiang Mai for a little while. It's so easy to travel and stay long term anywhere in Thailand. You can just rent month to month until you figure out a place where, like, okay, I really love this place. I want to stay here for as long as I possibly can. Your visa is only going to be good for a year, or unless you get a 5, 10 year visa, or you want to pay the money, get a 20-year visa. I don't, or the elite visa, however long that one is. But yeah, just don't try to anchor down anywhere. And I don't know what your skills are with women. Just I don't really know what to say on that. If you're young, I don't suggest you need to really try to worry about settling down anyway. Jane Woodside, do you have kids in the States? If so, where did you go? I lost you. I think you said, do I miss them or don't I miss them? Oh, don't you miss them? Question mark. Actually, two question marks. So you're assuming that I don't miss them, I think. Yeah, I have three kids. I have three grandkids, actually. So let me explain it to you like this. When I was in America, my daughter, who's in the military, who lives in California, and my youngest son, who works in Costa Rica right now, and then my older son has two of my grandsons. He works full time. So in America, I was working full time too. So at this point, I could go home and visit with them for an extended period of time, which I couldn't even do before because I had to work too much, and they're always working too. So, what are you going to do about it? Like, so is life. You not everybody lives with their kids their entire life. Um, Good thing there's FaceTime. There's Messenger. There's a lot of applications where you can talk directly to your kids and your grandkids. So yeah, I mean, of course you would miss your kids, right? But you can't. I mean, I'm not going to be with them every single day. I couldn't. Yes, Brock says, as for relationship, same rules apply. I would say so too. So I don't know what your skills are. You need to figure that one out on your own. Br Chuck, have you and Paige been to Crystal Bay, Koh Samui? It is a it is as dreamy as it looks on the live cams. We've been to a few places. I don't remember the names of the places that we went and caught Samui. We may end up back that direction here pretty soon, depending on the weather, or I may end up taking my mom there for a visit. Uncle Craig Bonnock. Hey Chuck, what do you think? Do most people gain weight in Thailand or lose it? I think at first you probably would lose it because of the heat. And well, it depends on if you don't eat Thai food and you have to continuously eat, breads and pastas and stuff like that, you may gain weight. Uh, if you come over here and drink a lot of beer, but I lost a lot of weight when I first got here, eating healthy and being more active. But I guess you could come and do the total opposite. Neil Mengel, when you leave for the United States, when do you leave for the U.S. and when are you returning? Why do you need my schedule or what? We are coming in July from Australia, so we'll miss you. Hopefully, we'll catch up. Just kidding. We're actually leaving. We'll be in America July 3rd, and we will not be back until I think the 18th, something like that, of July. So we'll be gone the first half of July. William Chan, hello, Chuck. What do you think of owning a vehicle in Thailand in terms of cost and maintenance? Do you think that it's necessary or would be more cost effective using Grab? It just depends on if you're going to just stay in one city and not move around. You don't need a car, you just need a motorbike. If you're going to do some traveling, though, quite a bit, I mean, the best thing to have is like an SUV or a pickup truck. But as far as maintenance and stuff like that, it's very inexpensive in Thailand. Fuel cost is high in Thailand. It's actually probably cheaper to use public transportation than owning a vehicle. But I think the best, if you're going to live here and you're going to do some traveling, the best way to travel is in your own vehicle. Might not be the safest, but it's dangerous any way you get on the road. BR Chuck, have you and let me go back down some. Scott, good morning. Chuck from Udon Thani. Just read the AP News article. They say Sunday the test requirement ends. Head back. Yeah, that's what I shared. That's what I shared this morning, but I didn't see where it said. I guess they just updated it. Thank you for sharing that on the 20th. That's good news because there's one less thing you have to worry about. They did have a place in Suvarnabhumi Airport that does PCR testing, ATK testing, all that stuff there at the airport. I think the ATK was 550 baht and a 1 hour result with a document to give to the immigration. Why the timeout? I don't know what you're saying there, Tom Yum. I didn't time you out, but I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, Mark, that we discussed that at the beginning. They talked about it yesterday, or I might still be Friday in America about getting rid of that. So that's good news. Hey, Dave, good to see you. I was in the background on your live stream. I didn't want to cut in. Speaking of that, if anybody wants to join, here is here's the link. Wiccan, any places you felt uncomfortable in Thailand? I guess I could share your comments. I don't know why I'm not. Never felt anywhere uncomfortable in Thailand. Never. I take that back. There's some shady places in Pattaya, but it wasn't the Thai people, you know. Hey, Toby Price, have you prepped your mom and friends? My friends know about the bum gun because we installed one on their boat. So I think they bought some for their house too. And yeah, he went into a lady bar by mistake. Daz, Daz, you can come on the live stream if you want to. Just put a shirt on first. Let's see. Everybody's pretty much answering everybody else, which is good. Okay, Robert, thank you very much for joining us. Anyway, reading some of these comments here. Mitch, no, a bum gun is a handheld device where a bidet is attached to the toilet. Robert, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Really. Thanks for the great content. Love all the amazing smiles. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm not in Hua Hin at the moment. My screenshot's in Hua Hin, but we will be in Hua Hin, I think, on the 20th, to be exact. We will be there on the 20th. Let me change this screenshot. I think this is the pool at the Terminal 21, which looks pretty cool, on top of the roof. Thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate that. Nikki, I was going to add it to the live stream one, but I didn't get a chance to do that quite yet. I feel like that's going to get old, after a while, but that's okay. People can just skip it. But I think in just seeing me right off the bat, like, who the hell is this guy? At least get a little bit of story of who we are before you watch the video. I should have done that a long time ago. John says, "What's my favorite place in Thailand?" Chuck, just curious. I'm sure a lot of people on here can answer that question. But still, it's Koh Chang. Koh Chang is still my favorite place, but I'm good at for about 10 days in Koh Chang, and then I'm ready to go somewhere else. So we don't like to sit in too many places at once. Okay, traveler, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I mean, I think Koh Chang is. I think it's the second biggest island, or the third. It might be Phuket, Koh Chang, and then Koh Samui, or maybe Koh Samui and Koh Chang. But anyway, I mean, you can spend a lot of time on different places on the island and never get bored. Hey guys, good to see you. Haven't talked to you guys in a while. Andrew Koh Chang is great. Last time only stayed for 3 months. Wow, that's a long ass time to stay on anywhere in Thailand for in one spot. Jack Bree, are you still going to do the motorcycle ride? Most likely, no. Yeah, most likely I'm not. Here we go. Chuck, your right eyeglass lens is always reflecting on the computer screen, transforming you into a cyborg. You know, I did a. I guess I don't have 5G here in Top Phnom. Lucky to even have internet, but I tried to do a live stream around the town, but it just I get so much criticism on that because you can't. When you do a live stream, it's only 720, and then it depends on walking around and your camera's picking up all kinds of stuff. It's got to transfer that data like immediately, and sometimes it's not perfect, and people get annoyed about the quality of the live stream. So I don't know. We'll try it again in a different area while we're traveling, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do too many live streams in our town because it's not perfect, you know. But now I'm a cyborg. I don't. Here, let me try to tilt this thing down some. No, that didn't do it. I don't know what to tell you. I can't see without the glasses. Carl says very expensive from Canada at the moment, 3,600 Canadian return flight. Yeah, I it's crazy right now. The prices have gone up, but some people say they can still get them cheap. I don't know how that is. Maybe they haven't checked in a while. Whitcan FPV. Good night. Good night, Chuck and Paige. Love to meet you and pick up a T-shirt. Be in Bangkok the 17th and there for a while. Maybe we can get together before I leave. Yeah, just send me a message on our Facebook, No Time to Be Sad Facebook page. Typically, I don't meet anybody until I can communicate with them on Facebook, but or unless I have a some kind of meetup and just tell everybody to show up at a certain place, which we will be having a couple meetups when we return. One in Jomtien. Nick actually invited me to do one at one of his bars, but I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do that or not. So I don't know how long we're going to be staying in Pattaya. But yeah, just get with me. Rick R, 5G is very close range signal to from tower. You need to have line of sight literally just a few hundred meters. Yeah, it's the whole thing just gets annoying sometimes with with I guess because a lot of my videos are pretty crisp and I can edit, I can make the picture look brighter, darker, add more color. But when you're doing a live stream, I mean, no live streams are perfect anywhere. A live feed, even if you're watching the news, I mean, they get buzzed out. You got things that happen, and I don't know why we become so anal when it comes to, just watch the video. Sometimes the picture's going to be good, sometimes it's not. But it's just so many people. I this and that. I'm like, holy shit! It's YouTube. Waza Oz says, just my belief with war in Europe, inflation, China locked out, and high prices with travel. I feel Thailand, as well as other tourist countries, will take some time for recovery. Yeah, I believe that too, 100%. Like, I think it's going to take a couple of years for Thailand to be the country. And well, it depends on the direction that they go from here on out, too. So they have an election coming up a general election coming up, I think, next March. So I think Thailand's going through a big change right now. You can see with the new governor of Bangkok, you get some younger ideology. Things are going to change. Paul Smith says, "Has your mother ever flown long distance flight?" She went to Israel from Texas, so which is a pretty good flight, but nothing like this. I think it's from Houston to Japan is like 16 hours straight. So I plan on getting her some compression socks. Anyway, John Mack, if you want to travel the world cheaply, marry an airline employee. Standby is a challenge sometimes, but it's worth the effort. Nikki Dunn says, and get her some sweets to eat. It helps with the ear pressure. I think she'll be fine, other than her feet swelling, but because my feet swell too. Rick R., thank you very much. I really do appreciate that, sir. I always love your videos, even the live streams, and low resolution is fine. Poor wireless connections are par for the course. I've been around since AOL dial-up day. Me too. Yeah, it's there's towers actually everywhere in Thailand, but when it comes to especially when you're walking with a camera and your pixels are changing quite a bit, it's difficult for, like right now, this is live, but I'm only sitting here in front of a camera, and you can't hardly tell that it's 720, but when you're walking around, it's very difficult. Thank you very much for that. Daz, when are you coming to Thailand? All this stuff is ending, bro. You're going to be running out of excuses real soon. Compression. I was thinking a tranquilizer. Yeah, compression socks and a bottle of volume. You know what? I was taking Dramamine, not for motion sickness, but it puts me to sleep. So I'm gonna take a couple of those, couple of shots of whiskey. Man, coming back was the best flight I ever had. There was nobody on there, and I could lay out on the four center row seats and sleep. And back then you had to wear a mask, so I just covered my head with a blanket. Asked a question earlier about the 90-day reporting. I remember you having some issues. I do mine next week. Usually just drive to Sriracha, but it will save me 2 hours if online. I actually mentioned that in a video, but I know I have many videos. I did it online. It actually worked. So you have to do it no earlier than 2 weeks and no later than 1 week, if that makes sense. So you can't do it the week before. You got to do it like, on the 10th day or something like that. But if it doesn't work, you need to talk to the people in the office, because they're the ones that are going to okay it online. But yeah, it worked. And the problem though is I'm leaving again, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to have another reentry number that I'll have to get them to change, and then hopefully that works out, and I'll be able to do it online again. But when I get back, I got to check in immediately. Well, I don't have to check in immediately because we're not going to be home immediately. But when we get back home, then we'll check it. Mr. Mitch, how are you?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome every day. Good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in.
Likewise. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Let me adjust this here, clear that
Hey, there
picture
you
up.
go.
Okay, a little better.
I'm about
Okay.
I'm about to jump in the pool here.
This looks nice, really nice. Yeah.
So I've never stayed at this terminal. I didn't know Terminal 21 had a resort, had a hotel. I guess I never looked up that far, but yeah, that's
I've
where
never
Paige's
stayed
got to
there.
stand.
I've heard people talk about it. Being able to just walk right from your hotel and boom, you're in the
Yeah,
mall. I mean,
yeah,
pretty cool. Hi, Sharon. I'm going to stop typing because my fingers are fat this morning.
yeah.
So
You've been busy. A lot of live streams, huh?
I went to a couple of bar openings last night. Had to
Oh, okay.
do the tour, do a circuit, and I'm a little tired. Brock told me to get to bed by 5:30, and it was 6:30 when I went to sleep. So
Was this Nick's any of Nick's bars or?
yeah, Nick's the hookup bar grand opening was last night, and it's an ongoing affair for the next until Sunday night.
Uh,
And then he has another one tonight, not a grand opening, but a function at a. I won't be at that one, but and then we went down Soy Six.
how
Had
how
to
was Joe? How was Joe on Soy Six?
great, like me, bored. I mean,
Gifts
it's
Gift sent me the little. I don't know if you guys remember Gift filming you. She sent me a little clip of you two uh, after the Soy Six.
yeah,
She
yeah,
said you
yeah.
guys were drunk.
I embellished. I embellished. It was-
Uncle Craig says, and I do this too. Just wear flip flops, uh, but you make sure when you put them back on when you go to use the bathroom in the airplane for sure.
oh yeah, oh yeah, nasty.
But I do that too. I just wear flip flops so I can take them off, or sandals, or whatever the correct terminology is for that.
Speaking of
Flip.
travel, and go ahead, finish your thought on
No,
the
no.
flip flops.
Go ahead.
The compression socks and long flights and stuff. I don't know, 15, 18 years ago, I stopped drinking Bloody Marys on flights and I started to drink lots of water and I walked around. I paced
Uh huh.
constantly. I mean, they feed you too much. I would eat out
Right.
of boredom, but I don't anymore. So, but pacing around and everything on the airplane when I was allowed to helped
Mhm.
me hit the ground running and not have any jet lag. That's just me, but
Right.
it really worked. Hi, Nikki. Good to see you too.
Yeah,
Get
I
water
walk
shoes.
around.
Yeah. Some
I
of those.
walk around, but I wish I could sleep. But yeah, it's difficult on a
Oh, if
plane
I
for
could
me to
sleep and
sleep.
just wake up, but then again, it's the I forget what it's called it when your blood pools and you.
Hmm.
I live in a few places, Carl. Actually, I, I get around a bit. Um, but yeah, Pattaya is not my base anymore, despite popular belief. But that's okay.
Yeah, Thailand's a big place.
It is a big place. There's so much to see, so much to do. Everyone has their own
CJ,
tastes and interests, and get bored or not with things. And
good to see you, CJ. Freeze, what's happening?
I envy you, Joe. Can sleep
Yeah,
anywhere.
Paige can do that too. Almost annoyingly, can sleep anywhere.
I was having lunch with Joe just a couple days ago, and at Route 66, and he was telling a story, and I literally fell asleep at the table. I went like this. I looked up and I says, "Shit, I just fell asleep, didn't I?" He says, "Yeah," and I hadn't even started the story. If I stop moving, I get just I need to keep
Yeah.
moving.
Scott C, when you say 1 year visa, do you mean retirement
That's
visa?
funny,
And
Andrew. Yeah.
why would you need
Pattaya,
a
Pattaya.
visa from the United States for tourism and a tourist and for tourism in Thailand? Okay. Well, let me clarify. So the reason why I'm getting my mother a
Mm.
tourist visa is it gives us enough time in case there's a problem. So I don't like surprises, right? So I have an
Yeah.
attorney in Bangkok who's going to get it. How long does that take? I don't know. Is it going to take 30 days? Is it going to take 2 days? I don't want any problems. You can't get a tourist visa in Thailand. You can only get an on arrival visa in Thailand. So I figured just get the 60-day tourist visa, which is no effort. It comes with a 30-day extension. So I have 90 days to make. Plus, there's a matter of
Mhm.
for retirement, you have to have money in an account over here. So there's a matter of getting the funds over here in enough time. Uh, just a few things. So I have about four options to get my mom a visa, and I'm just doing that just to make sure that we have enough time. That's all. But there's a lot of people that just come here on a 30-day visa, pay an agency or whatever, and get it done. But those guys, I just want to some things I just want to play safe. So
I'm from
I don't know.
Washington State to answer the one question. And hello, Rudy B.
Rudy, good to see you, Rudy.
Koh Samui's nice. God, there's some beautiful islands here. I mean, just beautiful.
Tom Yum guy. Tom Yum guy, I see you on a lot of chats.
That's funny. Tell me,
Like a
that's
lot.
a good one. And out Valium.
Yeah.
I tell you what, walking treadmills. Shoot, man, I'd pay extra for that.
I think
Just
it might be a little heavy on the plane though, huh?
yeah, like I said, I'd pay dearly for that. I always fly coach, literally, because I pace. I sit down as soon as that thing, ding, you can take your seatbelt off, move up. I get up, literally, and I
Yeah.
walk around. I head to the back end, hang out with the flight crew or the flight attendants. Just I
FC says I applied for a tourist visa since I'm staying more than 30 days. Very easy. Everything is done online through Thai e-visa. It takes 15 days.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty quick.
the one in Houston consulate, you have to make an appointment and actually go in. Uh, the latest thing that I
Yeah,
read there.
we were neighbors, John, but not anymore.
Gift is
BC.
in the house.
Hello, gift.
Gift, so what the cup?
Thai group gift and foreigner Joe. Great hanging out with you guys.
Choke me. Let's see. I don't know. I can barely see it.
I'm gonna hit translate.
She says
I'll race you.
hello. Good luck.
Hello, Chucky. Joe's driving. Oh yeah, yeah. They're on the road this morning.
Oh, that doesn't say choke me. It says Chucky. Okay.
I'll pay you for that
I can
later,
barely read.
James, for that comment. Why is Mitch so sexy?
James in the house. Hello.
Everyone's sexy on Soy Six.
I think you're both still drunk.
I'm a little foggy. I admit. Yeah, yeah. Why? Because we ate at McDonald's over 20 years.
Are you serious?
Had I set foot,
Why
we
did you
better.
do that?
It was a suggested thing. Maybe we should have a hamburger to soak up this alcohol. I
Who
said,
said
what
that,
the heck?
Joe?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
Wow.
Joe. It's on video though. But yeah, we went to Mickey D's. I had a Big Mac. And it talked to me
I think
all night.
last time I had McDonald's, like I had a hard time using the restroom for like 2 weeks after that. Like I don't know, it just got stuck.
So that was, I concur with that assessment.
Yeah, it was not
I
good.
feel like
That's a that's a
my
big
guts are
problem when I
cramped
go
up.
back to the States. You feel when you eat food, the food's good, but you feel like you just ate a damn cement
Oh
truck.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Imagine
And,
IHOP and all them different places. Oh, it
then
looks
you
so
want
good.
it
And
out, and you got to figure out how to. Uh,
that's when you
I eat a
really
lot of
need a
yogurt.
solid bum gun. Then at that point, you need to really,
Have to go outside on a sprinkler.
yeah, this,
Uh,
yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you. Seriously, I've had a couple. I call them fat pills. You know, the egg McMuffin, the breakfast deal.
yeah,
So I actually did a couple of drive-throughs when I was doing different jobs. I'd go, when they were 99 cents, on special, okay, I'll grab that. What the heck? I'm
Uh,
driving down, work truck, rolling out the plans and stuff like that. I get a fat pill. And, but no, I'm just not a fan of McDonald's or Burger King, even though I've heard that Burger King here is really good.
hmm.
I just, yeah, I'd rather
I've,
have
I've
my noodles, my soup.
I've never had the McDonald's here. I mean Burger King here. Never had
I
it.
took my children there 20 years ago. Actually, I think it was a
Yeah,
Burger King. And my dad, of course, he survived on Burger King because
right.
he couldn't do the Thai food. Brought him over to have his teeth done. Major
Hmm.
dental work.
What is this guy saying? John says I
Yeah, I
went.
do, John. Go ahead.
He was trying to pick up GIF. Yeah. Oh, Joe thought he was trying to pick up on GIF.
Yeah,
No.
just when that chat's rolling by really fast. Oh, I'll mention that Tom Young guy mentioned it today. When you're on your phone and the chat's scrolling by, YouTube will highlight and hide a message.
Hmm.
And many times, those little three dots, when you have a fat finger, in my case, I'll speak for myself. When you hit OK, it's OK. Sometimes it doesn't hit OK. It may hit delete. It may hit block or hide or timeout
Yeah.
or something like that. So it's best for moderators when you're on a computer. And even then, when a bad message comes up, literally a bad one, all the mods will key in on that, and the screen
Hmm.
will actually jump, and you're trying to hide it, and you're unhiding it, hiding it. Oh, it's chaos. But so accidents happen when all the time.
Mitch, how do these roaches? You got them blocked. How do they still somehow manage to comment? How did they get through?
Oh, I unhide them. I let them come in, Chuck. It's entertainment value.
But
No,
I have him actually blocked from my channel. I don't know how he's able to even comment.
they create. Uh,
But when you click on his name, it still shows that he's blocked. It says, "Do you want to unblock him?" So it still shows him being blocked. Maybe he's just
they'll
doing it
have
so many
different.
times.
They have the same name, but it's different. If you look at it, you
Okay.
can see the date that it was created. You
Yeah.
know, I've seen dates that were created yesterday,
Yeah.
accounts that were created yesterday. It's just trolls. I mean, it's what they do. The best thing, as James says, is just don't give them any air. It's
Oh
difficult
no.
because some of these people are pretty vile. And you wanna speak back. But
Yeah. No,
just
they're
let it
not
go.
worth. They're not worth
No,
giving them any kind of recognition. Period.
no, no.
Mister
I'm
Brock.
on a retirement. Hey, Brock, I'm on a retirement visa, and people
Yeah.
can
Me.
help me out. I think it.
Me
Morning,
too.
I
gentlemen.
came on a. How you doing?
I'm doing
What's
okay.
good?
Hey, Mister
Man,
C.
It's
so
James.
make
He's a
note of
new boy.
that new channel name. There's James still has his main channel, but he also has this new one, Chocolate Man in Thailand Live. So it's going to be more different content, a lot of live streams for his work.
Looks pretty cool.
Oh wait, James can actually speak for himself.
You rolled it, man. You were on it, baby.
I
Go.
love to hear myself talk. You know that.
What's he paying you, Mitch? Damn.
I can't
Not
disclose that
enough. That
information.
moderator pay just doesn't pay the bills.
I told everyone. I told a few people last night. They were talking about monetization and stuff like that. A few YouTubers were hanging about, and I said, "God, that's why I moderate, man, because I get 1/4% of every channel that I moderate for. That's because I'm on the beta program with YouTube on that. So I make a lot of money, guys. I mean, I'm raking it in. Big garbage bags full of money. It's unbelievable. Tax free too. It's
The
tax
question
free.
is, do you pay taxes? Because that seems to be like the most important topics to these random people on the internet.
You bet, Tom Young guy. Yeah. No, I'm. Everyone knows I'm full of crap. I'm joking. I don't get any money from YouTube.
I was going to say, you
Well,
getting
where
that
the hell's
much?
the money going on sending you then? Charity?
Shh, James, come on. Oh, you blew me. Busted.
Yeah, it goes to Charity. She's a nice girl.
That's right. I
Saw Charity last night.
That's right. I did. Put your hands together for charity. Yeah. Hey, I understand that I was at a place on an establishment on Soy 6, and I left, and boom, you were there shortly thereafter.
I know. I could feel you stalking me last night. It was getting.
It was it. I know he's here. I can feel it.
Yep.
Dip
Kind of like Blade Runner or something, you know. You
around the
can feel
corner.
me. Dip
So,
Media, hello.
I want to probably stay at a condo whenever we get to Jomtien. So you think you can help me out with maybe a 2-bedroom condo for maybe a week, 5 days to a week?
Of course.
Yeah, I need to try to figure out.
Absolutely. James is
decent-
dialed in
decent
too.
spot.
James
Kick
knows a
those
lot of
Canadians
people
out.
with a lot of different fingers out there.
Yeah, I need something, with a nice view of the beach and
Lighting going to
2-bedroom.
I'm not sure what that
you know.
means, CJ. Lighting going to strict. Help me out. I'm hungover from lack of sleep. Charity lives in Socializing.
That'd be a great bar name, Charity. I love it.
That's good. That's good.
You might be able to answer this question, James.
Which one?
Or I know Mitch could answer it. It says, Gina, I got it on the screen here. Any suggestions on how to meet people and network in Thailand?
Hello, Paige.
Should be near ready by August.
Paige.
Black Sheep's back in the house. Hey there. Go ahead, James.
Me?
Yeah, I know how I
Yeah.
networked. I literally networked off of YouTube. I mean, YouTube
Yeah,
and
I mean,
Facebook Messenger.
That's the
and
best
then
way.
boom.
Just kind of see where things are going on.
Hey, man, I'm gonna be
favorite
here, such and
YouTubers
such.
See where they go.
I don't know. I didn't come here to meet people. I came here to get away from people.
That's probably why Chuck isn't answering that question. He's like, I don't want to.
Actually, I'm going.
Don't ask me
completely
questions
against what I
about
originally
buying
intended
shit
to do.
and meeting people. I don't know.
Yeah,
Come
I am
hang out
retired.
with Pat here. We'll take care of you.
Absolutely. I am retired. This is for freeze. I'm retired. I retired 5 years after my projected retirement date. I am now 59. I've been here nearly a year, about 8.5 months. I do not collect Social Security. I'm self-funded, independently wealthy. That's a stretch. I'm financially independent.
I think this Dip Media says, can anyone tell me if I need an international driver's license to rent a car in Thailand when I'm there later this year?
Yes.
Yes.
I think you do.
IDP as a minimum.
Or
yeah,
get
you
a
need
Thai
that.
driver's license, which is not difficult.
No, it's not. Robert Mack, boom, boom. Went
But you
Friday
still need to
and
get an
Monday you'll
international
have
driver's
this.
permit to get the license, though,
Yeah,
You can use
it's
state
easy.
ID
I mean,
to get a Thai driver's license. You just can't
Yeah.
drive on it.
Right, okay.
yeah, the IDP, International Driver's Permit. I mean, you go to AAA or whatever. You can do it right online. You don't even have to show up. Just send the picture, just sign the form, mail it, whatever. But it's a slam dunk. And then you have that little document. And then with that, in combination with say you have a motorcycle endorsement on your state side, why do foreign countries only go to YouTube? Wouldn't you want to change?
I'm dying to hear Chuck's answers on this one first. I want to hear
No
Chuck's
offense.
answers.
Why do you go to foreign country only to go on YouTube? Yeah, that's it. That's all. Speaking as an observationist from the back seat. Okay, I've been in the back seat a lot. That's all these guys do. That's their entire life. They don't. That's it. It's YouTube.
I don't know.
nothing else.
Wouldn't
They don't
you
travel. They don't.
want complete change of culture? I don't quite. I'm not here for it to change anything. Yeah, for sure.
That's
know.
funny.
Yeah, I just come to make YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's all we
I
do.
don't
I know,
you know
Randy.
what?
I know.
My answer to that is I only
Uzi.
do what
Uzi
I
Star,
want to do.
hello.
Period. That's it.
Paul Smith, my answer to you would be is when you move anywhere or when you retire, basically when you retire, you better do something with your free time. Because I'm telling you, if you sit around and get into any other kind of habit pattern, it's probably gonna manifest to be the only thing you do with your life. YouTube is a great way to go out, explore, meet people, and really divest yourself into the culture, in my opinion. But that's just how I see it.
Well, my channel, it's all of your channels, it's helped a lot of people. So it's important if you can do something positive instead of negative. So I created a channel and let people, that miss Thailand or want to come to Thailand or thinking about Thailand, they're able to see the channel and see kind of everyday life. And I think the feedback that I get is more important than, some guy telling me I'm full of shit at the bar. It just feels better to do something productive in my life. And like James says, I need something to do, and this is a good way to multitask, but it's not for everybody. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Daz is as long as you're not in it, Daz.
Quicker than silver, man.
I didn't need that visual. Ow, my eyes are burning.
Yeah. Thank God I have my pants on this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say a lot about YouTube, it's a lot of good, a lot of bad. I wouldn't be here right now if not for this platform. Period. And same with everyone watching right now, chatting in the chat and watching it in the background lurking. If not for YouTube.
I guess people could say,
my driver's license in a police road stop or an international permit.
That's the same on the line as going, why do you come to Thailand and only sit at the bar and chase women? Well, it's probably because that's what you want to do, Just do, if that's what makes you happy, then do that,
Actually, Chuck, you don't have to chase them.
No.
What do you do? Just hold 1,000 baht in the air or what?
Just sit there. The rest will come to you naturally.
All right, Jake. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
See you, Jake.
Have a good night, Jake.
11:30. Wow.
Randy, I appreciate all the YouTubers in Thailand showing everyday life and not so everyday things too.
Yeah.
Anyway. So when's your next live stream, James? Do you have like a schedule for your new channel?
No, that was the whole point of that channel. I can go live at any moment. Be careful. Okay. Careful. If you go over there, I can be live at any second. You never know. Okay. There's no schedule. It's completely random.
That's how I roll.
That anyway. I get these notifications. Chuck's live. James is live. Joe's live.
Yeah. Carletto, all 7 YouTuber of you have helped me for future entering Thailand when I come here. Yeah, a lot of people have said, hey, when I came here, I felt like I'd already been here through watching you guys' channels. So it was a big help.
Yeah. It's a nice bike. Yeah, nice bike Brock has there.
It is me on the bike, Rick. It's an
That's not Santa? That's not Santa?
Yeah, that's
that's Brock. That's Brock. Santa too. That's the body double.
Ex-Police ST1100 Honda.
That was at a serious televised charity event in Australia. Right there.
It was Anzac Day parade, actually.
Okay, James, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to bring you back a gigantic bag of Reese's peanut butter cups. Okay. But you have to come meet me. I'm going to be staying with Keisha whenever we get there in Bangkok. Okay. So they don't melt. I can put them in the refrigerator and if you can't make it, I'm going to be coming down to Pattaya. And I'm not going to get you a big bottle of Crown, but I'll get you a couple of the little ones.
Just don't go through Singapore because they'll steal it.
No.
So he can bring me a whole thing of candy, but he can't bring me Crown. Come on.
Come on, what is that? You can
That shit's
trust
heavy,
me
man.
with the candy.
It is
You can
heavy.
trust me with
It
the
is heavy.
candy. I'll watch that candy for you.
I'll
No,
see. I'll see
don't
what how.
give it to him.
I'll see what happens. I won't promise you,
I'm
but
allergic to
I
peanut
promise
butter,
you I'll
so
get you some of the small
not.
ones, but I won't promise you on the big one yet. So
You bet,
It's all
Carletto.
good. Hey, I
These
appreciate it.
guys are always helping people. They're always helping people.
But yeah, we'll definitely come see you in Bangkok, hang out for sure. We got to go
Yeah,
see
I wanna-
Keith anyway.
Yeah.
Keisha's wants us to stay. She's got a condo that she got her daughter, right? And her daughter went back to the States, so she's got an empty condo in her complex. So
What? Yo,
Hey, Dave.
somebody hey, Mitch, go hit her up and tell her to come in the chat. She didn't tell us nothing about an open condo in Bangkok. We'd have been up there by now.
What's this wee shit? She told me weeks ago. Sorry.
Where's the love?
You know me. I'm slow.
Wow.
You know me.
I'm going to hit
Yeah,
her
let
up
me
right
see.
now.
Yeah. Send her a message.
That's wrong. Seriously,
yeah,
I'm hitting her up right now.
she's planning some trips. I think well, I don't want to tell online, but she's going out of the
Yeah.
country.
Don't give up her secrets.
Yeah, no, I'm not. But she's planning on doing. They're planning on doing some trips, but they got my schedule to make sure that they were going to be here. That's funny.
I'll message you later, but it'd be nice to have that schedule because this morning when you were talking about certain dates, I missed them.
Yeah,
I was reading.
Well, I don't have. I'm not 100% sure where we're going down south. We just got to wait till like I said earlier in the stream, we got to wait till the weather. But we're either going to go like Samui side or we're going to go to the Kotlipe side. Our first choice is to go down to Kotlipe. So, but it just depends.
Oh, we lost you there for a second, Chuck, but you're back.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, buffered for a few seconds here too. Yeah, I saw that.
Must be my
Question
ghetto
there for
internet.
you, Chuck, about the PDP laws personally and cameras and filming and all that. There's a question down there.
Who's saying it?
It's in Thai. It's a Thai.
Oh, okay. No time
Isan
to be sad.
Banhao and the life of a foreigner.
Guys affected by the new laws. Personally, I wouldn't want to be filmed in public. You know what?
Okay, yeah, let's talk about this.
I think a lot of people don't, like most of the people that I meet do not want to be on camera. You know, I usually ask them, and I meet a lot of people when we travel. And most of the time I don't pull out my camera when they're there. But if it's something that they're interesting, I say, hey, can I video you? 95% of the time they say no. So, but if you're in the background while I'm filming me and my wife eating at the dinner table, there's nothing I can do about that. And there's nothing you can do about that either. I'm not intentionally filming you. Like there's cameras everywhere when you walk outside. So I don't quite understand, Now, if you complain to YouTube or something, hey, I'm in this video and I don't want to be in this video, then I guess, then I could blur you out. But if you're not in my video, if you come up to me and ask me nicely, hey, if you happen to see me in your video, can you please take me out? I don't think that's going to be a problem,
Yeah.
with anybody.
The differentiation is between being caught on the film and filming. If you're filming someone, you're pointing the camera at them.
Yeah.
But if they're walking past while you're filming, it's just background.
But I don't think it's necessary. Like if you see somebody with a camera to just rush up to them and be an asshole, like, hey, I don't want to be on your camera. Like it probably wasn't intentional. Anyways, I don't think it's necessary to be ugly about it because all you got to do is say, hey, I don't want to be on your camera. That's no problem. We can take it off.
I already got the guilt text from Key. Hey,
but go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think a lot of people are getting wrapped up in this PDPA. It's no different. Well, it's slightly different, but very similar to the GDPR in Europe. And trust me, you don't see everybody stop filming in Europe. It's like this law has been around for a couple of years now. They're just now finally rolling it out and actually making it enforced. But it's not really meant for the general public. Well, it's meant to protect the general public, but it's more for large corporations and whatnot that have a requirement to protect your personal information and not let it get out into the world. Now there's actually fines and trouble they can get into if they allow your personal data to be breached, gone out there. I was like, don't get caught up in what this law means, and don't get confused on what it actually, and again, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not giving anybody legal advice, but don't get caught up in what this law actually means. I don't know why so many people bit off and feel like, oh, this means you can't film and walk around in Thailand with a camera. It's not what it means at all. It's not talking about that. It's more about protecting your personal data that goes into any kind of system here. So, but anyway, the law is like 7 pages long. Trust me, they didn't write that for YouTubers. So I wouldn't get too wrapped up in it.
What's up, Marty? Yeah, I
Personally,
mentioned this in another video. I did have somebody who recognized my channel, and I was walking through some. They contacted YouTube to have them taken off of my video, so I had to blur out their face. I think they were sitting somewhere they probably shouldn't have been sitting, you know. But I mean, most of the time when you're videoing through somewhere, nobody knows what you got a camera for. They don't like know your channel. Like, who are they going to call? You know, it's like I saw some guy with a camera and I might be on it. You know, I mean, what does that mean? You know, but if you go to that person and you actually don't, for whatever reason, want to be somewhere in the background of a video on some random YouTube channel, you can go up to the person and ask them. You know. But it's not like I'm going to rush up to you. Hey, what are you doing here at Terminal 21 today? Is this your wife? How much money did you spend? You know, I'm not doing that, you know. So anyway.
Yeah. You can film me anytime. I don't care.
Come on down, Brock. Come on.
There is an English version I shared on my channel that you can on our Facebook page that you can read up on it. It doesn't say anything like you're thinking, you know.
Thai Nomads in the house. What's up, brother?
I think it's good. I mean, YouTube actually stopped that problem a long time ago where people were running around with hidden cameras. They still do it, but they've got private money coming in funding them, but they can't get any commercial or AdSense anymore, which they used to get a lot, but now they don't. So it's kind of wiped out that industry, you know, of some. But a lot of those people have PayPal and Patreon money coming in. Randy E., I was just going to say, if you're walking around in public, just remember there are cameras everywhere. So maybe act accordingly. Yeah, there's always a camera somewhere, you know, always.
In Thailand, some of them even work.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, also, if I'm videoing something, you know, and I'm using it as a benefit to make money, like I'm using the ladies in this particular store to make a profit, like the ice cream girl, right? When we went to Ken, remember, Mitch? Mm-hmm. I didn't put it on video, but I have the clip. I asked the girl, before I put her on the video, of course, I asked her, can I video you? And she was like, 100% yes, definitely, you know. So probably got her some extra business too, but it's no problem as long as you ask, right?
Yeah, I put the link to that video up a little while ago.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have that instance where I asked her, I asked her, but that was before the law came out anyway. But I still have the file where I asked.
Paige. We see you, Paige.
She
can't hear us.
She said, only thing you can see is my tummy.
She got like a hole in there.
I said, she goes, I'm started packing. She goes, yeah, all I'm packed is my underwear. I said, well, that ought to get us some views. or our channel killed or something. Huh?
I missed it earlier. Are you on the road soon?
Yeah, I think we're leaving Friday. Friday or Thursday? I don't know. Thursday or Friday, we're staying in Karat for 2 days I didn't know Terminal 21 had a hotel. I think it's
Centerpoint. I've stayed there. It's really nice.
Yeah, we're staying there for 2 days and then 1 day in Bangkok. And then headed down south with Brent and Lori.
Yeah, it's
and
cool
Lori's
shirt,
in the house. Lori
Lori's in,
says,
hey, Boat Life Lori, what up?
Yeah, hey.
Lori says it's okay if I video y'all when y'all are there. Of
Well,
course.
sure can, Lori.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. We don't have 100% where we're headed after that. It just depends on the weather.
Hey, Key Williams is lurking in the chat. Make sure you say hi to her.
What's up, Key?
She's not talking. She's lurking though.
Key, I gave up the condo accidentally, so now James knows about it. Sorry.
I already knew about that. I heard about it a long time ago. You're just out of the loop, James.
What'd you say, Brock? I'm sorry, I missed it, Brock.
Yeah, I heard about Keisha's apartment quite a while ago. You're just out of the loop.
Yeah, Brock has probably already stayed there. It's cool. It's cool. I'm not offended.
Not yet.
Brock came to town and didn't even tell anybody until after he got home.
Keish needs her make. Hey, Keish, hop on without the makeup. Come on, bring her on
there
in.
she is.
Sure the link, Chuck.
I don't know if I can I get more than 6 people?
Absolutely.
On a free account, I think you can get 6.
I've seen a number of train wrecks on YouTube. Yes, you can get more than 6 on here.
Yep.
On the free account.
We'll see if she comes on.
I can't stand Thailand, CJ. I'm just here for the
here for the food.
Yeah, the food. Yeah, the food.
Yeah, just here for the food
and the temples.
Yeah. No culture, none of that.
None of that. I've got my own bar stool at 7 or 8 different places.
Lori says she's looking forward to meeting you, Mitch.
Yeah, likewise. I've been following Lori for a long time. I mean, since you mentioned her way back in the day.
Well, I know if you can't make it, on the trip, I know we're going to end up back in Bangkok for a day or two, before they head out. So
this is your now, Chuck. This is the trip to go meet them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then after that, we're flying out. We're flying to America, and then
to get my Reese's. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we'll be back on the 18th.
I may just have to.
And then after the visa deal, then we'll be headed down to. There's beautiful Keisha.
Hey, there she is.
You guys are like having a bunch of troublemaker older brothers. Well, one younger.
Yes.
Oh, thanks for that older part.
Thank you.
I do appreciate that.
I wear that with like a badge of honor.
I tell you.
There you go.
You try to get me on here looking a hot mess.
You're our sister. Nice we can care less what you look like right now. We just wanted you to get online.
Y'all were having boy talk.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You think girls talk, man. Boys are worse.
We're worse. Say hello, Fa. Fa's in the
chat.
Lori, if you want to come on the chat, Lori, you're more than welcome. Here's the link.
Oh yes.
Oh wow, awesome. That'd be great. Can you put me like down below, like in the Brady Bunch? I want to be one of the younger kids down there.
I don't know if I could do that.
And then I'll go back like this so you can't really see me.
Mitch is looking like Dan right now.
Well, I actually can't stay on because I got to go wash clothes. I'm headed out of town on Monday. So, yeah. And you guys are always welcome to the condo. My ungrateful daughter.
Oh, no, that's terrible. Kids are kids. She's young and in love.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Wow. You knew it was a boy. You knew it was a boy, James.
I should have known better.
Yeah.
Do you want to meet a nice young Thai boy?
She didn't even give it a chance.
It's all good. It's all good. Kids.
Yeah.
She's 26. She's not a kid.
Well, come on, Lori, you can do it.
You might get more views, Lori.
It's all about the views. All about the views.
Well, hello, goodbye. I gotta go, and I'll talk to you all later.
Bye. Have fun.
All right.
All right.
Later, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Hi, Charles, if you're watching.
Yeah,
He's
bye,
asleep.
Chuck. Other Chuck, Chuck too.
Intelligent
He's
man.
asleep. I can sleep at 10:46 in the morning.
Yeah, I let him sleep.
All
See
good.
you
All right.
later.
See
Bye
ya.
bye.
Lori. Lori, are you all packed and ready to go?
The chance.
26
CJ,
Hey, what up?
Hello, hello.
kill your volume, CJ.
Hey, CJ.
Hello, my volume.
Yeah, kill your other YouTube window there.
My volume's only at 4%.
Your other YouTube video.
Yeah, close
Your
your
other
YouTube,
YouTube window,
tab or
CJ.
mute the YouTube
Oh,
tab.
okay.
Then you'll be good to go.
There you
Here we go.
go. Almost there.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up, CJ? How are you today?
Now I got to
Yeah.
turn the volume back up. Hold on.
Yeah, and then watch the StreamYard tab, not the other one. Then you'll be on time.
Yeah,
Not
otherwise
bringing
there's
much.
delays.
Well, Lori did some awesome packing videos too, by the way.
Oh, Lori's
If you
cool
haven't-
about packing. She can pack my suitcase anytime.
I wish I used to be able to go one bag, but I can't anymore. Of course, I
Hey,
grew,
Fa.
so the clothing is larger.
Apparently, you only need to bring underwear, so this should be a really good packing video.
Yeah, in fact, you at the DIY store, you can actually get disposable underwear, right, Chuck?
That's right.
Yeah.
Tidy whities.
Actually, the first person that told me that a few months ago was Andy Stubbs. He says, "Check this shit out." He held up some disposable.
At the
kitties.
was he at the DIY too?
He must have been because he
Yeah.
had the same looking package. I was like, "Oh my god!" All of my
Yeah,
underwear
there's a
is
little
disposable.
there's a
in an
little bit of
emergency.
shopping we can do. Right.
I'm going to have to duck out now, guys. I've got lunch to take care of.
What time is it there? I
What
know
do we
it's
have, Brock?
lunchtime.
11:48 Saturday
Oh.
morning. So it's 1:30 Saturday.
So you're like basically the same as here. Okay, I always forget that.
He's an hour ahead.
Yeah.
What's for lunch,
Yeah.
Brock?
What's for lunch? Yeah, what you having?
We're going to go and get a meat pie of some description and maybe a donut.
Why's it got to be a donut?
donut?
Why not get a donut?
Fod,
a
you want to
healthy
come
one.
on the stream?
All right. See you guys.
Okay, Brock. Take care.
Okay,
See
take
you
care,
next
Brock.
time.
Brock is in Australia. I don't know. Is he in Melbourne? Where is Brock?
You know I should know this.
I believe it's
I
Melbourne.
think he's in.
I think
I
it's
was gonna
Melbourne, but
say-
I might be wrong. If Dave's still there, he'll know.
I was just thinking it was.
You know,
Perth,
I've
but-
been chastised so many times by Aussies about Melbourne. I was like, you guys should
Perth. It
spell
is
it.
Perth. Thanks,
You
Brock.
should spell it properly, not
I'm happy I
don't
remembered.
spell it like it. Don't spell it like Melbourne or Melbourne. Spell it like Melbourne. But they
Melbourne.
they get all wadded up when you misspell.
What about
when you
Karen's
mispronounce it.
Australia? You want to see an Aussie perk up? Call it Karen's.
Oh, instead of Karen. Yeah, that's a good one.
Like, well, that's the way y'all
Karen, for
spelled
sure.
it. It's not my fault.
I saw Aussie pies. Somebody said they missed their Aussie pies. I seen them at Top Supermarket the other day and in Villa Market.
Yeah, you can get pies anywhere.
Yeah.
There's so many Brits here. You can always get that kind of British fare, Aussie fare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably
About a
order it
million
on
stores
Lazada.
left.
Yeah.
Journeys with Eminem is in the house. What's up?
Yeah.
He only understands Texas.
Texas.
You
By
can't
God.
understand.
Sam Savath Puntong. How's everything here in Thailand? I'm shootings in sometime next year around June. Hopefully everything is better then. I think things are going to get better real soon. They're going to have a pretty big meeting this Friday, so I
Yes.
think we'll be up for some big changes. And they
Yep.
just changed the
Big
law
moves.
to enter America. If you guys didn't see it earlier,
Yep.
no more
100%.
24-hour testing to enter the United States. But
More testing, baby. Woo!
yeah, so I think if things are really going to. I think by the time we return, July 18th, it'll be back to just bring your passport. So I don't think there's going to be much of anything else.
Chuck, you don't think they're going to keep the insurance?
There's rumor that they're talking
No.
about having a fee, like a 300 baht.
That's Thai
entry
tax. That's
fee.
been around forever, though. I mean,
Yeah, but
you don't
inside
see
that,
it, but now you have to pay it up front.
yeah, but
That's just a
inside
Thai
of that is going to be some funding for the insurance. So
Oh, okay, all right.
The transportation ministry doesn't want that 300 baht fee, though. So anyway, we'll see what happens at the big meeting.
yeah, I don't know.
They're saying that they're going to scrap the Thai pass in July, so that's the talk anyway.
I don't think they should keep the insurance requirement because I mean if you pay with a credit card, I mean you're insured, or if you have insurance that covers you. Every time we travel, like we're going back to the United States, we always buy travelers insurance. It's cheap. So I mean I don't see why they would make it mandatory to have their own specific. I think that'll be a deterrent, if they do that. So they'll have to come up with something different. Or I think the biggest problem is that China they don't have a insurance. They have it's communism. They have, I guess you could call it, free healthcare. So when they come over here and they get injured, go to the hospital, and then they walk out when they're done. So I think a lot of the burden hasn't been really just on from Westerners.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ritas, that's true. They do. Talking about different markets where you can get Aussie pies and various things.
I think John TM has everything, huh?
So until I saw James's video on the Villa Market at I forget what it's called, the walk-in whatever. I'd never been to that one.
Yeah, that's a cool spot. They got a lot of
Saw
stuff.
that and I went, oh wow, there's a hobby. Let's go there. I mean,
I saw your video there, James. It was cool. I did one, and man, I had the hardest time. I walked in with the camera. I said, "Do you mind?" One person said, "No, I don't care." Then I was walking around videoing shopping in Villa Market. The manager and two sales associates came up to me and said, "You can't do it."
hello, Aaron. I stealth film. No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
F the police, man. Can't stop me.
Okay, Fa, go to work. See you soon.
I filmed it. It's on YouTube.
And there's a place on the dark side. I forget the name of it. Oh, they got all kinds of kind of select. It's a small place, but they've got a lot of stuff, sausages and proper sausages, I'll say. Yeah, and pies. And
I've never tried one of those pies. I almost bought one the other day. I probably should.
They're good.
It's like a pot pie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little
they're-
different. but
yeah.
Small.
Little
They're
bit-
small. They're small and thin.
There's a number of restaurants here. James can help me with this, I hope. I'm trying to think of like Nicky's is one, I believe. Don't they have frozen pies?
Any
you can go eat
British
there, whatever.
restaurant in town
Any
has
British
pies.
place, they have frozen pies and all that stuff. You can go grab a meal, boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'll have this. Oh, and then stick it in your freezer and then nuke it later.
Yeah, the ones I saw, I think I have it in a video here just recently at Tops here in Mukdahan. They had Australian pies. It wasn't a British. It said Australian pie on the package.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even though I've been in those various markets 100 times, I still watch your videos.
I think Lori's getting
I was
hungry
like,
for pies.
I go look at the video and I go, oh wait, what was that? What was that? We'll have some pies. You bet.
They're all over
We're
the
gonna have
place, Lori.
And some
What about-
Yorkshire pudding.
What about durian?
Yuck.
I'm into
That's
it.
good. It's everywhere here, but I don't eat it.
Have you ever tried it?
Season now.
Yeah. I got a video on
Season
it.
now.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. I must have missed that one. Sorry.
Nah, it was way back. That was my last. That was my last touching of durian. No thanks. And it got left in my fridge overnight. That was There'll never be durian in my home ever
Oh,
again.
you brought it in your house?
Yes, never again.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
that
have
was
done that.
like I said. That was like 2 years ago. Never again. Never again.
Yeah, we don't. We just
I'm gonna
stop
eat
at the little
something,
side
guys. I'll
street.
catch y'all later.
See you, CJ.
Okay. All
One of
right,
these
CJ.
days, I'll swing by your place and visit.
I'm gonna start traveling here real quick, so I don't know where I'm gonna be.
Oh yeah, good excuse. Yeah, just that's the way to dodge my visit.
I'm not
Oh
dodging.
yeah, I'm
it.
doing
yeah,
laundry
I'm not
that
gonna be
day. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm in Budantani today. Sorry.
Lori, it is the king of fruit. The king of fruit. Just remember that. It's the king of fruit, and it's going to be good. It's going to be awesome. If you like custard, like sweet custard, yeah.
Cottage pie. Mm. Cottage
It's
pie.
good stuff.
Sweet pie. Yeah. I think La Pub has, I don't know if Phil has any for sale or not on the side. I mean, he has them at the restaurant, or at the bar restaurant.
Paige, you tried durian. You loved it, right?
Shepherd's pie
No.
is lamb. Now, see?
Paige doesn't eat durian.
She doesn't like it. She won't even. If I eat it, she's got like a handful of breath mints before I enter the car. She doesn't.
Good.
I like
Wow.
durian ice cream, but ice cream kind of makes you burp and do other things too. So we were
No,
driving.
tell me more.
So I had some durian ice cream on the way back from a trip, and I just couldn't stop burping. And she's like, God, she rolled the windows down. Get out.
Yeah, that's
I
funny.
can't help it.
Dirty socks, yeah.
Yeah, but once you taste it, the smell's not that big of a. I mean, for me, it tastes good, so the smell's not that bad for me.
Yeah. My sense of smell
Lori
is actually
says
pretty
hi.
good. So it was tough to get over that initial wave of disgust to actually stuff it in my face and my pie hole.
What are they making? Latna. Oh. We're going to end the video soon. My mother-in-law's cooking me lunch.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, everybody's talking about lunch. Now I'm hungry.
I am too. And it's
All
might
right.
as well be
Well, I just
lunchtime.
wanted to tell everybody at the beginning of this, of our trip where we're headed. So don't have all the details depending on the weather, but we'll be seeing you guys. Mitch, I'll give you guys the schedule where we're going to go, but we're for sure going to be spending some time in Jomtien. So
Yeah.
I just
But
I'm in no hurry.
a lot.
I'm in no hurry to really try to find a place, but when we're in
Yes.
America, we'll look at finding a condo or something, somewhere on the water, close by the water.
Imagine the first person that cut into a durian. Said, "No, I'm going to eat this."
I know what.
I
made
mean, the
him think
latex that comes off of it and everything. I mean, what the?
Just look at it. The whole fruit is forbidding, so I have no idea. Like, you must have been really hungry that day.
You must have been
Do all that
really
work.
stranded somewhere. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
That
All right, guys.
Like, wow. All right, Chucky.
All right.
Okay, see
I
you guys.
appreciate
Thanks
you
for letting me
coming
come
on. All right. We'll talk again later. Thanks, guys. Peace out.
See you, James. Bye, Paige.
See ya.
See you, everyone.